Welcome to the exposure. So, Pastor Toby, known as PT, has responded to the exposure. Some of the videos I've put out regarding a few pastors, Toby had a few things to say about it. So here's a periscope he did a few hours ago. I'll be explaining and breaking down exactly what he's talking about.
I live in front of my people. I live with my people. We eat together. We dine together. We have together. We have not together. There's nothing I wear that you guys don't wear. It's not even like special, like, oh, then pastors wear this. Yeah, you may like my shirt tomorrow, but you know it's coming to someone's neck tomorrow. That is how I want to live from now till I die. That's it. And that's why we must keep you must be the closest people to your mobilizers.
You just heard what he said. He lives with his people, he eats with his people, they die together. They wear the clothes together. Whatever they have, he has. Whatever he doesn't have, they don't have. So in other words, he's confirming that Spac Nation is a cult. In other words, he's basically saying he is in control of everything they do.
What's happening? Somebody said to me, he said, is that the church that distributes ice cream to kids on the street? I said, it might be. He said, I know it is. He said, and when I've been asked, he said, I told people this is not a bad church. At most, they are just naive. He called us naive. And I understand him. It is naive to think that you can just go on the street and do good and don't think about the fact that someone can think that's grooming. It is naive to think that you can open your house to people and they don't suspect you for doing what is wrong. He said that's naivety. So, like I said to that department, I accept naivety. We're naive. But when the guys went on the street and distributed ice cream in court, it is our own form of protest. We're not just doing good to the community. We're protesting for what should be. If we didn't do that, you're a big man in your position. You wouldn't know the church. It's our protest. We've had people do rallies before. We've had people marched on the street before. What did they become? Doing good is our protest to get the attention of the powers that be.
In that video, he's basically admitting that Spac Nation stop young kids and offer to buy them ice cream. He's also confirming that young kids come and live with them. And he's also admitting and understanding why people could see that as grooming. But what is more important is the fact that he mentions it's a protest, but he's not really admitting what he's protesting for. At the end of the video, he says it's to get the attention of people in power. But what is he doing that for? He's not really explaining anything.
Without number, believe me when I say this, the community, the community just block any, this is the time people have used drugs a lot. We're not going to have a repeated community to show the powers that doesn't take much to have compassion. Exactly. When the powers that be make budget, they will say millions, some crazy amount, and it's still not going to change lives. When you have little, you change a lot of lives. So please, allow us to be naive for once. If naivety will save one Higgins.
A guy who is just waffling and waffling and waffling and has his people believing he's saying good things. In other words, you heard finance. Let's be realistic. In that short clip I just played, he did not say anything effective. All he discussed was the people in power have millions and millions. So in other words, he's trying to raise attention to the people of power so they can fund his church. All he cares about is money. So it's not about helping the black community. It's about helping himself.
With good conscience, knowing that I've not minced word at any time at all, about our giving. It is the giving of all. It is what it is. It's sacrifice of all. Spac Nation. It is what it is. Why do we do that? We do that for the sake of a community that is in extreme debt, extreme poverty, extreme nobody is coming to help us. And I think even Dominic said it yesterday, nobody is coming to help us. So we must take our pens and pennies and sustain and build a movement, right? That people who are people of substance. Someone contacted us today, is running for an elective position, and I think is coming tomorrow and Wednesday to be with us. Let me tell you, if it is not your giving and our building, right? These people, they will not even take us seriously. We are nothing to them.
This is Pastor Toby at his best. He first started by saying they're trying to protest, they're trying to help the black community, and now he has shifted to discuss money. He managed to grab his members' attention by making them believe everything they're giving is into helping the community or his organization to later help them. He has just said the giving of all. For the people that don't understand, the giving of all is basically, he's saying this month, everyone needs to give everything they earned. And his reasons for that is that nobody will respect the organization if the church doesn't have money. This guy is the king of manipulating his own people. And this is what he does. He starts off his Periscope by talking about things that are important, and then he somehow manages to fool his members into believing, give every single penny to the church. He even said the community has a lot of debts. But he is the reason why this community is in a lot of debts. And when he's talking about a community, he's talking about his own community, his own organization, Spac Nation. Everyone is in debt. And then he's still encouraging these people to give him every single penny they earn. This guy is evil.
It's like, who? They said, what's his name? They said, Toby. Toby, what the hell? What, Spac Church? Why? We are not people they will come to. And we developed this theory years ago. And that is, what you build today will build you tomorrow. What you carry today carries you tomorrow.
In that video, he just exposed the church's philosophy. Something he uses all the time. What we build today will build for tomorrow. In other words, he's telling his members, whatever you're giving today, you will have much more in the future. This is how he manages to fool them. And they end up giving everything they have.
He said they're taking out your leaders one by one on Twitter and abusing them one by one. And I said, it is good for them. It is good for them. Let some other people do the work that we can't do. It is called advert for them, one by one. If a person can look at that and read through and say, these people have really become nuisance, you're taking one person. What we should just say is, look, if your life relates to the fault of this person, come to the church. It accepts you. Everyone's life relates to that. It is good for them. They are being tested, they are being tried, they are being built. Those are my generals. Those are my soldiers. I'm saying it now. Every one of them. Those are PT's general.
So this is Pastor Toby's way of responding to me. He's trying to downplay the situation. And he's basically saying, me exposing each member of his church could end up promoting each member of his church and can end up promoting Spac Nation. He's basically saying the negativity surrounding his church will still help the church get so much publicity that it would make people who are con artists or fraudsters want to join Spac Nation. So he's there confirming that he wants people that are doing bad things to come to his church to continue to do these bad things. And at the end of the day, he just basically confirmed that each member that's being exposed are his generals. So the people that he wants around him are people that do bad things. He's feeling the pressure and it's stressing him out. This is the reason why he has to come on Periscope and try to downplay certain things. But knowing how he is, it's not sitting right with him. And he has to hold his pride just for the sake of his members. He's trying to remain calm because he knows there's a lot of truth to it. So if he starts to explode and go crazy on his Periscope, he knows that more members of his church will leave. From time to time, I will be exposing his Periscopes. Because his Periscopes is the only way for him to keep his members at the church calm whenever something or an allegation is thrown at the church. So, I will be exposing his periscopes also. And I will continue to expose every single member of Spac Nation that is there doing things they shouldn't be doing.